Hello and welcome to Safety Unfiltered. This podcast is brought to you by Velocity View Incorporated, creators of the Safety Assist mobile application. Velocity View provides tools to help companies improve worksite safety and OSHA compliance.
I'm your host, Mike Matthews, Digital Marketing Director for Velocity View.
Creators of Safety Assist mobile. Today I'll be speaking with Patrick Walsh. Pat entered the construction industry in 1978 after being in the Army and is currently a safety consultant for construction and general industry clients. He has been a superintendent, project manager, site safety manager, and corporate safety director for over 39 years. Pat and I are going to be discussing how Safety Assist Mobile can address specific safety challenges in the construction industry. More to the point, how to ensure that required operator qualification, equipment and vehicle checks, and training requirements are performed and verified when required, and how we can help monitor these activities. First of all, I want to thank those that are listening for just taking the time to hear a subject matter expert speak on safety in general, and then we can go into the details. We're going to go into the details on how specifically Safety Assist Mobile can help address those primary safety concerns, because right now we're going to be talking about how to ensure required operator qualifications, equipment and vehicle checks, and training and requirements are performed and verified when required, and how we can help monitor these required activities. And Pat, what I'm seeing when I have these conversations with folks that are in the construction industry, it doesn't really matter what size of the company. Many of them are still paper-based. And I'm curious from your perspective, as someone with your background, why do you think that is?
Paper-based programs are useful for new people or people who are less familiar with the requirements, because frequently navigating the regulations is difficult, and it tends to be easier to navigate using the paper-based.
And so what do you see as far as the gaps in efficiency while using paper?
Well, obviously, you have to have the book in front of you to make use of it. Then you have to have some familiarity with how to navigate the book. People frequently use paper-based products because they may be less familiar with how to find things, and finding things using paper-based, where you can flip through things and find the specific references that you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that paper-based products are likewise cumbersome in that you have to have the book. And also, for people who are less familiar with finding things, they sometimes get sidetracked or lost in the weeds, if you will, and they tend to not be able to find what they're after, get frustrated, and then just put it aside without actually finding the answer they started looking for in the first place.
Right. And a lot of companies I've talked to, they don't even have a dedicated person that's responsible for safety or risk management. And that opens them up to a whole other level of liability. So from your understanding, what would be the best use of our product to alleviate that pain point, if you want to call it a pain point?
One of the key things is whether you have a dedicated safety staff or not. Those safety people tend to be resources rather than immediately available on a job site when somebody has a particular question or issue. And so it's the operations people that are making decisions day by day and hour by hour about what to do next, or subcontractors are doing something or failing to do something. If the site superintendent or the site project team fails to pick up on a problem, then sometimes that problem can perpetuate before it gets stopped.
It sounds like you're saying they're more reactionary than proactive.
In some cases.
I'm going to give you an example here. So a construction company is facing an OSHA audit. due to a worksite injury or fatality. They are currently only using paper to track basically all manner of their documentation. So management will have to determine what's the best way to go and how to avoid additional fines and how to protect themselves from areas of litigation. From your understanding, using a mobile application, what's the difference primarily between paper-based and digital-based tracking?
The best use of a digital product is for finding things fast
Mm,
and being able to understand how to find things and having a very user friendly navigation system that allows you to enter keywords or key phrases or headings of subsections that allow you to scan very quickly through things and much more quickly than you could with a printed product.
it makes perfect sense to me. We basically provide an easy to use app that aids with OSHA compliance. It helps the company ensure all safety measures are tracked digitally and time stamped, which is a big thing when OSHA comes knocking. And it also eases the back office administration as far as record keeping. And again, all while protecting them from liability issues.
Thank you for listening to Safety Unfiltered. This is the first in a three-part conversation that I have with Pat Walsh about how Safety Assist can address specific safety challenges in the construction industry. In our coming episodes, we will speak directly on monitoring required activities by project, by manager, by worker, by submission, and by time frame. We will also be speaking on the regulation EM 385-1-1 and how it can impact not only your business, but your workers. As always, please like and subscribe on all of our social media channels. If you have any suggestions on future subjects that you would like to hear covered, please let us know. If you'd like to know more about the Safety Assist mobile application, please visit us at www.velocityview.com. And as always, be safe.